Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth. And today from Mr. Pen, I have an assortment of pens and highlighters and some various things that they sent for your review. So first I want to show you what this little packet here is. This is probably, in my consideration, the jewel of everything in this pile. And what it is, it comes with an ink pen, it comes with these highlighter strips, and then it comes with a note taker strip. So I'm going to show you how this works in a minute, but first I want to show you what this is. Okay, I've got one of the note taker strips here so you can write your notes on your Bible with the ink pen, and as you can see, it does not smear once it dries. But what's really cool about this is, say you're preaching a sermon and you don't want your notes to be permanent in your Bible, then that's all you do is you grab the corner of this and you're careful because the paper is thin and it peels right off without damaging your page, and look at that, your notes are gone. Also, with this little highlighter strip, same concept. These have been on here for a couple weeks, so this is a good test, but you grab it by the corner, you're very careful, and look at that, boom! Is that not cool? It pulls the highlighting right off. Sometimes it'll be a little difficult, so you just get the edge of that and pull it right off, and check that out. No damage to your paper. So now let me show you how these strips work. They have them in several colors. We're going to go ahead and use the darkest one since you've already seen the yellow. And what you do is you pull this off. Say there's a line that you want to have highlighted in your Bible. So say for sake of argument you want to highlight this first line here. What you do is you put this down right on the line, bring it to the edge, take your scissors and snippity-doo-dah, and boom, you got your line highlighted. It still shows your words through. Now this is the darkest one. You can see with the yellow, as I just had it on there, that one does really, really nice. And as you can see, I reused this one, but it's probably not something that you want to do. They give you plenty of them, and of course this I just showed you how it works, but let's go ahead and use another one. We're going to peel this off, so you find the corner edge here, peel it off, and then you can actually put it over your current highlight. You can put it in another spot. For the sake of this demonstration, we're going to put it in another spot, stick it on there, and then you write. You can underline your words, you can circle, you can take little notes on the side or put a little note right here and just write. Now it's not going to write real good up in these shiny areas. It's this matte surface here where your pens are going to write the best. As you can see, it's pretty simple to write on this. Now the highlighter, just in case you want to see one, let's give it a shot. These are your standard color highlighters. If you want to highlight over the paper, of course that's what the purpose of these strips are, but let's just say you'd rather do this. Let's see how it works with the highlighters. So you do your highlighter and that works, well, pretty good. All right, so you can use a highlighter on this or anything, and again, it's not permanent. Now you can't rub it until it's dry, but once it's dry, check it out. Those pens dry pretty fast, nothing on my finger. The highlighter did not dry fast. You're gonna have to wait on that if you choose to use the highlighter. My recommendation would be to use this, put it under it like I did in the first demonstration. So now let's take a look at how this highlighter works on raw Bible paper, because this is one of my test Bibles. So let's write on the raw Bible paper, and now let's take a look at the back. And you can see, wow, that is pretty impressive. But let's test this thing even further, and let's go with the darkest color that it has, in this dark purple. And this is going to be the test. So let's highlight a line here, and we're going to give it a good heavy coat. We're not going to be real light here. And let's go back. Okay. That's impressive. And this is not a premium text block. This is probably 33 GSM paper. That is very impressive. So now let's take a look at some other things that they offer. They have some ballpoint pens. Now all of these ballpoint pens are black. So just keep that in mind. It's not the case with these here. I'll show you these in just a second. But this ballpoint pens, this is my absolute favorite to write in a Bible. These are smooth, they glide very easy. You see I'm not pressing very hard, and when you go to the back, absolutely no lines show through. Awesome. This ink pen is not one you're going to want to use on your Bible. You're only going to want to use it on this note cover here, because if you use it on your Bible, I'm going to put a little line here. It's got a big thick line, and it is going to show through. See that? So don't use this on raw paper. Use it for what it's designed for. It dries very fast. It's perfect for taking notes. Works excellently. So now the ballpoint pens, these are pretty much the same as these, so I'm not going to demonstrate these for the sake of time, but I am going to demonstrate these ballpoint pens because they are excellent. If you like pastel colors, this one's kind of a pinky color. So if you want to use your pinky color, go right across, very light touch. You can see my lines are crooked as all get out. And sometimes when you open them, they're going to have a little red cap on them you got to pull off. I've done that on a few of these already. Now, one thing to keep in mind, these are ballpoint pens, so you are going to have to put them on something else to get them started. It takes a little while for the ink to get in that little ball. Now, a few other things. These are some pastel-y aesthetic highlighters. Really pretty colors. There's two different options in these. There's this aesthetic highlighter and there's this. I'm only going to demonstrate these because they're going to be so similar, but let's start with the darkest one. We'll give it a little highlight here. And this is kind of the same purple, and you can see it's a little bit more of a light color. So it's not going to be as dark. These I've demonstrated in other videos. I'll link the videos in the description and on the end screen to let you see those. And finally, a couple other cool little things is Bible tabs. Now, one thing to keep in mind with Mr. Pen Bible tabs is these are thick kind of cardboard and your paper is thin. So if you go grabbing at these things aggressively, it is going to rip your paper. So make sure that when you use your tabs, you use them gently. But they can be very nice to help you. Another set of tabs they sent me I thought was really cool are the ones that you use to kind of index. What you do is you stick them on the edge of the page and they give you color indicators. And these are see-through, so your text will be able to show through this. They also have these, which this will be clear, and it'll go on your text, and then you can write whatever you want to on there, like you can write my sermon or whatever, and these are removable. Unlike these bad boys, these are not designed to be removable. These can come off, these will not. In fact, let's go ahead and demonstrate one real quick. You peel it just like you would a sticky note, you put it on your paper, then when you close your Bible, you got it right there knowing exactly where you are. You don't want to be committed to it, and you just take the tab right off just like that. These will be nice Bible tabs if you want to remove them. You can write the books of the Bible on there for you. Really excellent resource. These function similar to this. They are transparent. They sent all kinds of different colors. You put this down, you can still see the text through it. Now, obviously, this is a darker color. If you want to see a lighter color example, we'll go ahead and use this yellow. So if you want to take some notes, use the lighter color. The text is going to show through. You can use your pens and write on this. This is a cool setup. Now there's a couple other things they sent. These are going to have a similar purpose as these. You stick these little circles on there. It can mark a spot in the text, but it also lets the text show through. They also give a little ruler so you can mark straight lines like my crooked mess lines that I was doing over. They also have another side where you can do cute little jaggedy edges for decorative purposes. Really all kinds of stuff. This thing is awesome. What this is a little pen case, and it's shaped like a little giraffe-y kind of animal. And then you can take all your pens and put them inside there. They also have some less expensive options like these little acrylic. Stick your pens inside of there. All kinds of cool stuff, but these two little highlighters come in this cool little case. And these are more your fatty highlighters. Boom, kind of has a light color to it. This is the brown. Let's go ahead and do one more just to give you a demonstration. We'll use the blue. And of course, we'll check the other side because absolutely none of this is going to bleed through. As you can see, there's a little bit of show through. Show through and bleed through are different things. Just so you know, bleed through is when it actually bleeds through the page. One more, and then we're going to end this video. We'll use the baby blue, the powder blue. Go North Carolina, right? No. All right. So all these are really nice, really easy to use, and they do not bleed through. So Mr. Pen products are always absolutely amazing. I appreciate them. One last thing. Little memory verse, post-it notes. You can use these as tab edges, just so much stuff. Mr. Pen has got it going on when it comes to Bible accessories, and I recommend you check them out. God bless you. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nicholsworth.